2 years ago, I hit a point in my life where I knew something had to change. I was emotionally drained, disconnected, and constantly second guessing myself. The person I was wasn't really me anymore. So I did something I never truly committed to before. I actually started choosing myself every day in small ways with affirmations, breath work, grounding practices, and with honesty. This is not a perfect transformation story. It's a real one. And in this video, I would love to teach you exactly how I walked myself through 12 weeks of self love practices so you can do it as well. Whether you're starting from scratch or just needing to reconnect, you can use this framework as a guide to your own healing journey. This week, we're beginning with stillness. The goal is to reconnect with your body and breath. Morning practices include vagal breathing. Inhale through your mouth, then finish the last little bit of air through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this 3 times when you're feeling stressed or anxious. This breathing signals safety to your nervous system and helps regulate stress and anxiety. And daily grounding exercises, which can include walking barefoot on the grass, making yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, feeling the warmth and the weight of the cup in your hands, sitting quietly with one hand on your heart and noticing your breath. No affirmations yet, just give yourself permission to be present this week and to slow down and to feel. This week we introduce affirmations and inner critic awareness. Morning affirmations: read aloud. My needs matter even if others don't agree. I can do hard things and still be soft. Safety is something I can create inside of me. I am allowed to change the script. Evening reflection and journal prompts. Where in my body did I feel the most tension today? What gave me a moment of calm and joy? What automatic thought did I have that might not be true? What did my inner critic say? And how can I respond kindly? What would I say to my younger self right now? Begin to respond to your inner critic with compassion, not shame. This week we add something simple but powerful: a 3-minute body scan at night before sleep. Lay in bed, close your eyes, and mentally scan your body from toes to head. Notice how each part feels, how it touches the mattress or blanket. Notice the weight of your body, your hair, your nails, areas of tension, then release with a breath. You can use any of these calm down tools this week. Aim for different ones each day. Humming or singing, lavender oil or calming tea, watching your animals play, drawing, coloring, journaling, anything you love doing really. Use this affirmation during your grounding exercise. Healing is not linear. I am rebuilding not just a life, but a self, one rooted in truth, safety, and worth. Each morning before you start your day, reflect and journal. 3 things you see, hear, and feel. 3 things you want to accomplish that day. 3 wins from the previous day. 3 things you're grateful for. 3 qualities you want to become. Write as I am or want. This week, also write 3 letters: one from your inner critic, one from your inner child, and the third one from your wise self. Then journal: what do these voices want? How can I support and balance them? Then write a grief letter from your past self. Example: what I never got to say was. Pick your 5 top values, then journal: how can I live these this week? Do a boundary practice script every day where you identify how you feel with the situation and a new boundary you choose now. For example, I feel overwhelmed when the neighbor's music is loud at night. I need quiet by 10 p.m. And remember, healing is not linear. You are rebuilding not just a life, but a self, one rooted in truth, safety, and worth. This week, we shift into emotional self leadership, building inner trust, clear boundaries, and external expression through creativity and purpose. Do a 3-minute mirror practice every morning. Stand in front of the mirror, breathe deeply, place one hand on your heart, and say, I trust my own voice. I am enough even when I say less. I do not need to prove myself to be worthy. Reflect and journal daily. What did I need today and that I didn't receive? What emotion was hardest to feel today and what did it need? What would I say to my best friend if they had this day? What happens in my body when I affirm my worth? Then practice these short, honest responses. I don't have capacity for that right now. I'm taking time for myself. That doesn't align with what I need. Thank you, I'm doing things differently now. Write 3 of your own honest phrases you can also use this week. Reflect and journal in the evening. One thing I did well today. One moment I acted in alignment with my values. One way I want to show up more boldly tomorrow. Use these affirmations every evening. I forgive myself for being human. I give myself love even when I'm messy. Confidence isn't perfection, it's consistency and truth. Let the mirror become a place of self recognition instead of judgment. Your confidence is not built in a day, but the small, honest, courageous ways you show up for yourself daily. This week, we expand self trust into the physical realm. You'll focus on how your body holds memory, how to reclaim your voice, and how to notice your needs without shame. Daily movement practice. Choose one short physical ritual to repeat each day this week. This could be dancing, stretching, walking, boxing, or doing yoga. As you move, repeat, "This is my body and I am safe in it." Voice reclaiming practice. Each morning speak aloud. My words matter. I honor my needs with clarity. Silence is not the same as safety. Reflect and journal each evening. When did I feel strong in my body today? When did I silence myself unnecessarily? What would I say if I trusted my voice more? Boundary phrase practice. Write down 3 boundary phrases for uncomfortable moments. For example, "That doesn't work for me." "I am not available for that." "Let me get back to you." Practice saying them out loud with a calm tone and relaxed posture. Do a self-image journaling every day. How do I want to feel in my body? What part of me am I learning to love? Where have I shrunk myself to feel safe? And what does expansion look like now? This week, we focus on turning awareness into secure habits, creating embodied boundaries, strengthening your identity without guilt, and reinforcing your healing with deliberate, repeatable actions. The Secure Self Framework, who you are without overgiving. This week, reflect on your true identity beyond what you do for others. Begin detaching from being the helper as your core role. Reflect and journal daily. Today, I felt like myself when one thing I did just for me today was. What identity do I still carry that's being tied to being needed by others? What truth did I speak today? What thought or memory tried to make me doubt myself? How did I reclaim my truth instead? Self-loyalty mirror practice, trusting yourself again. Each morning speak into the mirror. My no is sacred. My peace is more important than proving myself. The voice in my head is mine now, not theirs. I am worthy for who I am, not what I do. Uncomfortable moments rehearsal. We're going to write down 2 to 3 uncomfortable situations, then complete. What happened? What did I wish I had said? What do I now choose to say if this happens again? Practice these aloud in front of the mirror or record them as voice notes. Toxic voice deprogramming. When someone else's voice or old judgments pop into your head, use this pattern. Interrupt the pattern by saying aloud, "This is not my voice. I release this story. My truth now is," then state your current belief. Daily journaling practice. When did the old voice show up? What did it say? What did I say back? Overgiving detox practice. Pause, check, choose. Use this in the moment model when you notice yourself dropping everything for someone else. Pause, take 3 deep breaths before responding or offering help. Check, ask yourself, is this my responsibility? Choose to help only if it aligns with your energy, time, and consent. Visibility practice for social media this week. This week, choose one of the following. Record yourself speaking a truth for 1 minute. Don't post it, just practice it. Share a post on social media about something that helped you heal this week. Post a quote and write a caption that makes you feel powerful. Journal about the following. What would I say if I knew I couldn't fail or be judged? And use this daily affirmation. I inspire others by being myself. Remember, you are allowed to protect your time, your peace, your space, and your heart. Overgiving is not love, and self-loyalty is not selfish. This week, we deepen your inner security by addressing triggers from others' perceptions, disengaging emotionally, and retraining your brain to reduce automatic negative thoughts, also known as ANTs. Inner armor practice. Release the need to be understood. Your job is not to be understood by everyone. It is to understand yourself. Use this mantra this week. Their opinion is not my reality. Then do this daily shielding practice. When someone criticizes or misunderstands you, breathe in and say silently, "That is their lens, not my truth." Respond with a short neutral phrase, for example, "I see you feel that way." Noted, or just be silent. What comment triggered me today? What did it activate? Was it a fear, a memory, an old belief, or something else? What's the real truth about me at this moment? When you feel triggered by people, do this. Label it. This is a trigger. Ground yourself with 3 long exhales while naming your surroundings. Empower yourself by saying, "I choose my next thought." Use any of these body-based resets, 60 seconds cold splash or a brisk walk. You could also shake your arms or legs for 30 seconds to reset your nervous system. ANT Reprogramming Framework Journal. What is the thought? Is this a fact or a feeling? What is the most empowering reframe I can choose now? For example, thought, "I'll mess up if I speak up." Reframe, "Every time I speak up, I teach my body that I am safe in my voice." Add these morning affirmations and say them daily. "I am not who they say I am. I am who I choose to become. My strength is in my silence and my boundaries. I am worthy, even when I say nothing at all." Social media visibility, where you lead with strength. This week, share a reel or post on social media that shows your growth without explaining it. Caption starter, "What changed me wasn't what I went through. It's who I choose to become after it." You can also post a clip, voiceover, or caption of yourself doing something you love, or a carousel showing 3 reminders to your younger self. Remember, it's not your job to unbend for others' comfort. This week, you're allowed to be firm, calm, and fully rooted in your own power. This week brings you deeper into your autonomy. The focus is now on mastering emotional leadership under pressure, neutralizing the subconscious pull towards a buffer, and navigating life choices with confidence, curiosity, and assertiveness, even when others don't approve. Advanced conflict confidence, calm power in the moment. When faced with confrontation, people pleasers tend to freeze, fawn, or justify. We want to condition neutral, firm, embodied confidence instead. Here is a 3-step response you can use in conflict. Practice this aloud in front of a mirror or with a friend. Ground yourself with 3 breaths down to the belly. Name the feeling. "I'm noticing I feel tense." Respond by using one of these scripts. "That doesn't work for me. I hear you, and I'm keeping my decision. I'm not explaining this again." Do this role play exercise this week. Write down 2 to 3 past or feared confrontational scenarios. Then rehearse how you calmly and powerfully respond using the model above. Practice this 4-step calm conflict response aloud in front of a mirror, then in low stakes, real world interaction. C. Center yourself with 3 grounding breaths. A. Acknowledge the situation without engaging in blame. "I hear that. I see where you're coming from." L. Lead with a boundary. "That's not something I'm available for." Or, "I'll need to pause this conversation." M. Move on mentally or physically. Redirect or remove yourself without explaining. Then do this practice challenge. Write 2 to 3 confrontational scenarios, real or feared, script out a calm response, practice aloud with a confident tone, neutral body posture, and softened shoulders. As an optional advanced drill, record yourself role-playing both sides of the conversation. Review your tone, pacing where you feel the urge to over-justify, then practice holding the boundary with fewer words. Guilt-free freedom, standing strong in your own desire. Feeling guilt for doing what you want equals lingering trauma conditioning, which is people-pleasing as safety. This is what I want, daily declaration. Each day complete, today I choose because it matters to me. I notice guilt arise when I remind myself. Do a weekly reflection and journal. When did I act out of obligation? When did I act out of desire? What was the difference in my energy after? Peer pressure resistance training scenario drill. Write and rehearse. Think of a recent time someone wanted you to do something you didn't want to do. Write what they said and how you felt. Re-script the conversation using, "I appreciate the invite, but I'm choosing rest or time for myself." "No, thank you. I've got a different plan. I'm doing what works best for me right now." Practice saying these with a smile and open body posture. Enthusiastic confidence, replacing anxiety with expressive presence. We sometimes smile or overdo enthusiasm to mask nervousness. Let's channel that into embodied, warm assertiveness instead. Do this micro practice daily before a social interaction. Pause and say, I don't need to impress, I just need to be real. Confidence is being warm, not perfect. Then make one deliberate movement, shoulders down, chin slightly lifted. Do a voice anchor practice. Record yourself reading one of the following aloud. I am allowed to take up space. People connect with my energy, not my perfection. I lead with calm confidence. Listen back and notice your tone. Practice again while grounding your body. Do these weekly journal prompts. When did I honor what I wanted without guilt? How did I hold my own during tension or disagreement? What thought tried to shrink me, and how did I expand past it? Where can I soften into joy and take up even more space? Remember, you are no longer outsourcing your power to others' emotions, approval, or confusion. You are self led, self loyal, and deeply safe in your own body. This week, our mission is to deepen self trust, amplify purpose driven visibility, and embody the belief that you belong, even when uncomfortable feelings arise. This week is about confronting the I'm not enough narrative with evidence, showing up in spaces where you once shrank, and practicing visibility as a form of liberation. Emotional mastery in public and performance spaces. You've done beautiful work identifying triggers around visibility. Now let's embed neurolinguistic strategies and embodied confidence rituals to shift the anxiety loop. Performance confidence protocol before stepping into a visible or vulnerable space. Name the fear. I'm afraid they'll think. Anchor with breath. Inhale 5, hold for 5, exhale for 7 seconds. Reframe your narrative. I'm not here to impress. I'm here to connect. I don't need approval. I need to show up for myself. Move with intention. Walk slowly, shoulders relaxed, chin up. Your homework challenge for this week will be to record a short video where you speak about something meaningful to you. Don't aim to be polished, aim to be real. Then reflect. What did I fear and what did I prove to myself? Ending emotional outsourcing. When it's hard to sit alone. The work you've done is powerful. Now let's condition self-trust to hold hard emotions without reaching for distraction or validation. Do a 3-minute strength training daily. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Sit still with no devices, music, or numbing. Let whatever emotion arises surface. Simply breathe. Then journal. What came up? Where did I feel it in my body? Did I want to reach out, distract, or shrink? What did I learn about myself? This is emotional weight training. With each sit, you build the neural wiring for inner safety. By the way, if you're curious about how I lost weight while doing this inner work, I've shared my full transformation and what really worked for me in this video. No more shrinking, reclaiming space, volume, and your voice. This week, we challenge any remaining habits of muting, apologizing, or pleasing. Let's rewire your brain and body for assertive identity embodiment. Speak boldly practice. Each day, choose one space where you will either speak 20% louder than usual, say your opinion without softening it, ask for something directly. Use mirror work to repeat. I deserve to be heard. I'm safe and solid even when others disagree. From peer pressure to personal power, you're standing firmer in what you want. Let's take it further. Script out your non-negotiables. Write 3 to 5 things you're no longer available for. Example, unreciprocated emotional labor, last-minute plans, guilt tripping. Now script short responses for each. I'm not available for this anymore. That does not align with my focus. I value honesty and mutual respect. I'm asking for the same. Role play or rehearse 2 of these this week in real interactions. Replace guilt with embodied joy. Guilt is often your old nervous system trying to pull you back into approval-seeking safety. Let's train your system to recognize joy and rest as productive. Do this joy ritual 15 minutes every day. Choose one of the following. Any type of movement you love. It could be dancing, lifting weights, running, boxing with music. A creative type of activity. This could be journaling, sketching, creating reels for social media. Something around beauty, like dressing up for no reason. Doing something in nature. This could be walking barefoot on the grass, sitting outside and breathing in the clean air, watching a sunset or sunrise. Then afterwards, journal how your energy shifted and say aloud, this joy is my birthright. I am allowed to love my life. Journal every day. What was one moment I felt discomfort and stayed with it? When did I show up real instead of perfect? What did I say or do that reflected the man or woman I'm becoming? When did I feel proud, and how did I celebrate it? What do I now know about myself that I didn't a week ago? Your morning affirmations for this week will be: I trust myself to lead. I am safe in my own emotions. I am not responsible for others' projections. I take up space with love and conviction. Being seen is a gift I give myself. Remember, you are no longer asking the world to validate you. You are validating yourself by how you show up daily. This week, it is imperative that you think for yourself and only use this video as a guidance tool. Think up scenarios, create contingency plans, etc. This is your deep thinking week, where the structural changes to your brain manifest through deep thinking and action on your part. The goal is to lock your nervous system onto the identity you're becoming, not the story you're leaving. Exercise 1. Write a letter to your future self for 12 months from now. Write 1 to 2 pages. Where do I live? Who is in my life? How do I love? How do I work and serve? How do I regulate, speak, and set boundaries now? What did I finally let go of? Exercise 2. Whoop for 3 keystone behaviors. Wish, maintain strong boundaries. Outcome, how will it feel or look once achieved? Obstacles, internal, guilt, loneliness, or old conditioning. Plan then. If this happens, then I will do this. Create 3 whoops. Use it with boundaries, visibility or content, and self-trust. Implementation intentions, if then plans for your top triggers. Write down your top 5 triggers where you see them this week. Research shows if then plan significantly increases follow through. You can use this template. If trigger, then precise coping or boundary behavior. Track how many times you deploy an if then this behavior. Do this behavioral experiment. Pick 1 thought you believe strongly. For example, if I speak up, they'll think I'm difficult. Run a small experiment to test it in real life, then log the results. When overwhelmed or post contact with toxic people, use any of these. Stop, which is stop, take a step back, observe, proceed mindfully. Tip, temperature, cold splash, intense workout for 30 to 60 seconds, paced breathing, 5 in, 5 hold, 7 out. Progressive muscle relaxation. Urge surfing, name the urge. Text, explain, prove, apologize. Visualize it as a wave. Breathe until it peaks and falls. Choose value-aligned actions. Then complete this worksheet 3 times this week. What was the trigger or urge? What body sensations did I feel? What skill did I use? Was it stop, tip, or urge surf? What was the result and what did I learn from it? Secure relationship readiness. Trust and intimacy map. You are readying healthier bonds. Let's design the process. Write down all of your green, yellow, and red flags in any type of relationship. Then create and write a relationship contract using all of the written down green to red flags. This is evidence-based visibility and leadership exposure ladder. Design a graded exposure plan to being seen or heard. Rank each 0 to 10 for anxiety. Start at 3 or 4 and climb daily. Here is an example of a visibility and leadership ladder. 3 out of 10, record a 60-second private voice note to speak your truth. 4 out of 10, post a story with text only. 5 out of 10, post a short reel without being perfect. 6 out of 10, go live for 2 minutes with one of the affirmations you've learned over the last 10 weeks. 7 out of 10, share a vulnerable lesson and coping tool. 8 out of 10, host a Q&A or collaboration. Track your anxiety rating before versus after and how long it took to settle. This is an exposure response prevention. Relapse prevention map. Overgiving and loops. Early warning signs. Justifying, explaining, proving, rescuing, people-pleasing, craving someone's validation, fantasizing about someone changing. My commitments. I will not respond instantly. I will not explain twice. I will not attend to their emergencies that result from their choices. Identity-based habits and keystone metrics. Track these for the next 7 days. Confidence reps, moments you acted despite anxiety. Boundary reps, set or reinforced. Recovery time from trigger, minutes to regulate. The aim is to reduce. Joy blocks, 3-minute emotional sits. Make a tiny spreadsheet or tally page. Self-compassion and pride rewiring, 3-step self-compassion break. Do this daily on discomfort. Mindfulness, this is a moment of suffering. Create a common humanity. Others feel this too. I'm not alone. Kindness to yourself. May I be kind to myself right now? May I give myself what I need? Then do this pride log every night. Write down this one sentence. I'm proud of myself because it shows I am. Reinforces self-efficacy and identity. Weekly integration review. Which if-then plan saved me the most time or energy? Where did I act like my future self? And how did it feel? What trigger lost its power this week and why? Which boundary do I now hold effortlessly? And one micro risk I'll take next week to expand my life. This week's affirmations. I act from my future, not my fear. My peace is a boundary, not a debate. I can feel anything and still choose my values. Consistency is my superpower. I am already the man or woman I once hoped to become. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to fix it all today. You just have to begin with one truth, one breath, one mirror moment. I hope this guide gives you permission to come home to yourself again. This week's intention, integrate, anchor, and expand. You've built a foundation, now we reinforce it under real-life stresses while preparing to scale your confidence, presence, and boundaries in both personal and professional spaces. Boundaries aren't just walls, they're relational calibration tools. This week, we explore when to repair, reaffirm, or release. List 3 recent boundary encounters, successful or strained. Did I hold it, soften it, or override it? What emotion followed? What did it teach me? Is repair needed with self or another? Reinforcement practice. Choose one. Restate a previously shaky boundary with clarity. Send a closure message if needed. Practice an eye contact and body language cue boundary in person. Neuroplasticity principle. What we repeat with emotion becomes a trait. Micro habit pairing. Create 2 new pairings. For example, after waking up, I say, I am learning to trust without reliving my past. My future is not my history. Or after brushing my teeth, I say, I trust myself to lead. After getting into bed, I visualize new people in my life and the friendships we're building. Journal after 5 days. What is shifting? Radical acceptance and letting go of rescue fantasies. It's normal to want resolution with people who hurt us, but healing often comes when we stop trying to rewrite their part of the story. Prompt. What part of my healing still hinges on someone else's behavior changing? What am I afraid could happen if I let go of that fantasy? Mantra. I am releasing the version of them I created to survive. Somatic anchor. Hand on heart. 10 deep breaths. Each exhale equals a release. Conflict courage. Holding steady under pressure. In high emotion moments, safety isn't comfort. It's clarity. Practice this 3-part conflict script used when emotions arise. 1. I noticed. Behavioral observation. 2. I feel. Emotion, not accusation. And 3. So I need boundary or ask. As a bonus challenge, use this with one person this week. Reflect after. Did I stay in my power? Shame, resilience, and visibility in content sharing. The goal is to show up online without editing your essence. Exercise shame thought inventory. People will think the worst case scenario is, what if that happens? Can I survive it? Now rewrite. I'd rather be disliked for who I truly am than loved for a mask I no longer need. Your assignment? Share a piece of content, a story, video caption that reflects your true voice. No filters or sugarcoating. Then journal. What happened internally? Recommitment ceremony. You to you. Let's cement this week as a portal. From proving to leading, from performing to embodying. Write this as a declaration. I no longer wait to be chosen, invited, or approved of. I choose me. I validate myself. I invest in the future I want. And I begin with this moment. As an optional, read this aloud daily. Record your own voice saying it. Weekly reflection prompts. Where did I shift from reactive to response? What conversation or moment did I navigate with strength? When did I protect my peace unapologetically? What did I release, internally or externally? What does this version of me I'm becoming feel proud of this week? Your affirmations for week 11. I don't chase closure. I create clarity. I no longer rehearse rejection. I bring softness to my strength. This week, I walk like I belong everywhere I go. I've earned the self-trust. Now I protect it. This week is about embodied leadership, advanced boundaries, and freedom from old identities. Boundary mastery, unshakable in the micro moments. You've proven you can hold boundaries in big scenarios. Now we strengthen them in subtle, everyday interactions. Micro boundary awareness journal. For 7 days track, Trigger: small moment when someone tasted your preference, time, or energy. Response: exact words or body language you used. Felt sense: what did your body feel before and after? Adjustment: how can I make my next response even cleaner? Challenge: practice the 7-word no. State your boundary in 7 words or less. No apology, no over-explaining. Self-belief integration: future self in real time. We anchor your future self as your default identity. Exercise: the 3-step future self swap. Pause, notice a decision point, reply, post, or comment. Ask, how would future me respond here? Act. Choose that response even if it's uncomfortable. Track at least 5 swaps this week. Breaking the rescuer reflex. In week 11, you've released the big rescues. Now we dismantle micro rescues, jumping into solve, soften, or rescue emotionally. Daily drill. 90-second pause before helping. When you feel the urge to fix or help, inhale 5, exhale 7 times 3. Ask, is this mine to carry? If no, then let silence do the work. Log each pause and note how it felt not to rescue. Conflict confidence, staying powerful under fire. We raise the stakes by stimulating higher emotion scenarios so you build stress inoculation. Do this power role-play exercise with a trusted friend or colleague. They deliver a mildly confrontational comment. You respond using the notice, feel, need script from week 11. Maintain a steady tone, slower speech, and open posture. After each round, rate anxiety 0 to 10 and note recovery time. Visibility without anchor. You're already sharing more authentically. Now we make it impossible for old shame to sneak back in. Exercise: the vulnerability expansion ladder. Add 2 steps to your current ladder from week 10. Step 1, share a learned lesson from a personal setback without fixing it in the post. Step 2, record a reel answering a common misconception about you. Note: measure self-judgment before and after each share. Eliminating the scapegoat exit. Past discomforts sometimes got diverted by bringing in another person as a shield. This week, we removed that escape hatch. Drill: peer discomfort sit. When tempted to think, speak of this person to avoid a feeling, name the emotion. This is anxiety, awkwardness, uncertainty. Sit for 2 minutes, breathing into the sensation. Redirect: what does this moment need from me? Not from the past. Log 3 to 5 of these sits this week. Peer pressure immunity, rehearsal and reward. We lock in your right to choose without guilt. Exercise: refusal script rehearsal. Write 3 short, polite, unapologetic, no responses for likely pressure situations. Example: thanks for thinking of me, but I'll pass. Practice aloud daily until the tone feels natural and confident. Enthusiasm as confidence cover. Channeling energy outward can shift internal state. Behavioral activation drill. Energize on entry. Before entering a space or situation, shoulders back, inhale 4, smile slightly, think of one thing you're excited to share or ask. Lead with that energy. Then track. Did enthusiasm reduce nerves? Did people respond differently? Weekly reflection prompts. When did I hold a micro boundary without over-explaining? Which future self-swap felt most empowering? How many rescues did I let go of? What visibility action stretched me the most? When did I face discomfort without using someone else as an escape? What refusal script felt easiest and most natural? How did enthusiasm change my presence this week? This is it, the final step in our 12-week journey together. You've built safety, reprogrammed old patterns, claimed your voice, and now you lead from your center. These affirmations aren't just words. They are your anchor. My boundaries are my freedom lines. Future me is already here. I love him or her now. I release the urge to fix others. Discomfort is just growth in disguise. My joy is magnetic and unapologetic. Take a moment to recognize that you are no longer the same person who began this journey. You are leading your life with embodied presence, advanced boundaries, and the freedom that comes from releasing old identities. If you ever feel yourself drifting, start at week 1 again. Let this be your lifelong toolkit and share it with someone who's ready to step into their own power. You've done the work, now go live it. Unapologetically, joyfully, and fully you.